Hey everyone, I will be starting off with LeetCode series. I have taken the first problem, that is two-sum problem, in which the problem states that given an array of integer which is stored as nums and an integer target which returns the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to give the target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. This is the main thing, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Let's take an example, that is input should be nums is equal to 2, 7, 11 and 15 and the target would be 9. Then according to this the output should be 0, 1 because nums of 0, that is this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Index of 0, 1, 2, 3. In the index we have 2 and in the index 1 we have 7. 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. 9 is equal to 9. Yes, it will satisfy. Let's see the code of this. I have taken the method public int of twosum of int nums. I have taken the array of nums and the target. Let's take one for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus plus, because here the index starts from 0, so I have taken I is equal to 0. Next, I have taken one j loop in which for int j is equal to I plus 1, j less than nums dot length j plus plus. I have opened the curly braces. I am checking the conditions in which if nums of I plus nums of j, the two sum which is equal to the target, if it is equal, then I'll be returning it in the array of I comma j, in the form of I comma j, and I'll be closing this if block, and for j loop, I loop. Then here I have written the new int of 0, in which if any of the above condition will not satisfy, then it will return the first index itself, and I'll be closing off with the main method. Now let's look into the tracing part. Here nums is equal to 2, 7, 11, 15. This is my array in which I'll be taking a target as 9. First, as we have seen the code, for int I is equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus plus. I is initializes to 2, in which nums of I is equal to 2, because in the 0th index I'll be having the value 2. Then nums dot length is equal to 4. Why 4 is that the number of elements in an array is 4, so I'll be taking num length as a 4. I'll be checking a condition. I value is 0, 0 less than 4. Condition will satisfy. Then it will enter into the j loop. For int j is equal to I plus 1, j less than nums dot length I j plus plus. I have I is equal to I value is 0. J is equal to I plus 1, which means that 0 plus 1, I value 0 plus 1, 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Then the j value will become 1. Then check for the condition. J less than 1 is less than 4. Yes, it satisfies the condition. If these two conditions satisfy, then I'm moving on with to check the condition. If nums of I plus nums of j is equal to target. Nums of I, which means that nums of 0, that's I'll having the value 2. Nums of j, which means that nums of 1, j value is 1, so I'll taking the index value of the j, that is 1, and the value of index 1 is 7. Now what I am doing is num of I plus num of j, I'll be summing of the two index values, that is 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. 9 is equal to 9. I'll be comparing the value with the target, which means that nums of I plus nums of j is equal to target. 9 is equal to target. Yes, it's satisfied. So I'll be returning I comma j, which is equal to 0 comma 1, which concludes that the index of 0 and index of 1 will satisfy with the target value. So this is how we're gonna end up with this problem.